What's up with it, world? It's your boy, Cash Up Ken, man. We at it again, bro. You feel me? And today, bro, we talking about really putting things in its proper perspective, bro. Putting things in its proper perspective, bro. And we really piggybacking off of doing what you gotta do, the last episode. So I'm gonna title this one, Putting Things in Its Proper Perspective, Episode 2. And a lot of times, bro, it's a conversation, bro, that can make the difference. Just one conversation. One conversation that can make the difference. A lot of times it's just one conversation, bro, that can make a difference. So, putting things in proper perspective, case in point, I'm gonna put myself under the scope, under the limelight. So I'm a lead here, right? And I have an office. I have an office here. It's my office. You know what I mean? For the janitorial crew, for my crew, we got our office. All right. But then you have the security department. You know what I mean? And there's one particular person in the security department, a worker. You know, he's not like a supervisor, nothing like that. A regular worker. But every time I come in, which I come in at 3, I notice that his backpack and his water bottle is in my office. Now, at first it didn't bother me until it became a consistent thing, and I'm just not noticing it. Now, putting things in its proper perspective, that's the title of this shit. Now, the hood person in me today, when I saw him, first of all, when I saw the backpack, I said, I'm putting in this shit today. You know what I mean? So I stayed around my office to make sure I be there when this person come and get that thing, because I wanted to chop it up with him. So I happened to run into him, but when I ran into him, he was talking to 2 other his coworkers, security coworkers, and I kind of waited. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, let me just go on. Putting things in its proper perspective. That's the title of this episode 2. Then the hood person. Now keep in mind, we're talking about how our conversation can detour things. A lot of us, man, we have a bad outcome all because we didn't approach it right. If we could have just approached it at a different angle, the outcome could be different. Now, putting things in its proper perspective, episode 2. Now, the hood part of me, when I see this individual, want to approach him and be like, say, man, whoop-de-whoop, 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 whoop-whoop. And to be more specific, this my motherfucking office. If they want you to have an office, they would have gave you, all that type of shit, that raw, right? That's the hood part of me. And then I thought about it. I'm like, well, where would they get? Where would they get? He may bark, I may bark. Now it's 2 dogs barking. You know what I'm saying? Then I thought about it like this. As a businessman, if I'm ahead of a mob, I'm the boss. You know what I'm saying? And I got a problem with another worker of a mob. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to that mob. I'm gonna go to the head guy. I'm gonna go to the chief, and then the chief gonna go down and he gonna talk to his people. You know what I'm saying? And bring it either to a lower modern day perspective or a perspective you can relate to. You may be working at a school and a principal may see a janitor, and that janitor may be sitting down. It may be 20 minutes past his break, but he's sitting down, he got caught. That principal may not even say nothing to that janitor. That principal just may email that janitor boss or the janitorial department and say what she saw and get that shit straightened out. Putting things in its proper perspective, this episode 2. So a conversation a lot of times can resolve this. So I said, well, damn, even though I wanted to act hood, and I thought about it, I said, well, you know what, let me take my hood knowledge that I know and apply it to this business situation. So the solution to this shit, instead of me roaring like a nigga and acting like a hood nigga, I don't have to say nothing to this man, because I can have the same perspective as the mob, that chief, or the same perspective as the principal. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to go to the head guy of the security department. Hey, man, I got a problem with with one of your workers. This is the situation. And he going to understand, because he going to put himself in this situation. Going to be like, well, how would I feel if I come in at 8 o'clock in the morning and the lead of the janitorial backpack and water bottle is already in my office, sitting on the desk. You know what I'm saying? He going to put himself in the proper perspective. Then he going to go to his work, and it'll just trickle down, and then that worker ain't got no choice but to respect his boss, as opposed to me going to his worker, you know what I'm saying, telling him what I don't think, and that leave room for error and a bad outcome. Because he a male and I'm a male, and he may be in his feelings, testosterone, be like, who the fuck you think you are to be telling me to get it? You know what I mean? So it's just the way we handle things, and a lot of times, man, that can make the difference, man. You know what I'm saying? Putting things in its proper perspective. Episode 2. A lot of times, man, that's what this shit about. A lot of times, bro, there's a lot of niggas sitting in jail. There's a lot of niggas dead. You know what I mean? All because they approach. And sometimes the way we approach things can be the difference on how that outcome can be, man. So kind of, man, stay out your feelings. And that's why I say it's real important to stay calm. To stay calm. Because even if you boxing, if you in the ring and you boxing and that man take you out your character and you angry, he now had the upper hand on you. Because when you angry, you ain't really thinking straight. You know what I mean? So, man, keep a cool head. Do what you got to do to keep a cool head, man. If that means walking away from a situation and thinking and coming back, whatever, just keep a cool head, man. And just know that sometimes a conversation can just change. Not only conversation, your approach, the right angle on things can just change the outcome on things, man. And I'm going to leave it at that. And there you have it. The title of this shit is Putting Things in Proper Perspective, man. Episode 2, man. You know what I mean? One wrong move may just change everything, man. Think, keep a cool head.